It's hard for celebrities to do anything to their bodies nowadays without it making the headlines of at least one tabloid or magazine. When it comes to weight loss, weight gain, or literally any other shift in physical appearance, the paparazzi are all over the details of how and why it was achieved. The celebrities we'll be showing you today all had one goal in mind: to fit the physique of the role they were taking on in their latest film. And from surviving on a can of tuna a day to feasting on pasta for weeks on end, or just giving up food altogether, it's clear that these actors were prepared to risk it all for their careers. We all know Jake Gyllenhaal most recently for his role in Spider-Man, but let's not forget his incredible transformation from his 2014 film Nightcrawler to 2015's Southpaw. This actor dropped a huge 30 pounds to play the role of paparazzi Lou Bloom in Nightcrawler, then added 15 pounds of pure muscle according to his boxing trainer Terry Claybon. And how did he do this? By doing a huge 2,000 sit-ups per day. Jake did 1,000 in the morning, went about his daily life, and then did another 1,000 before bed. He was training so hard that it actually caused the end of his relationship with model girlfriend Alyssa Miller. It took Tom Hanks 4 months to lose the 55 pounds required to play the shipwrecked workaholic Chuck Noland in the 2000 drama Castaway. Tom was 44 years old at the time they started shooting and 40 pounds overweight. As a result, he was forced to lose 55 pounds in 4 months. He was on a very strict diet of only water, vegetables, very little carbs, and fish. His exercise regimen included all types of cardio for 2 hours per day, 6 days a week. When Australian actor Chris Hemsworth transitioned into the perfect Thor for Avengers Endgame, he claimed that he enjoyed the challenge. Rather than starving himself for weeks on end, this actor enjoyed the transformation into Avengers' rather portly version of Thor. The God of Thunder packed on the pounds during Marvel Studios' record-breaking movie. On top of the weight, he had to wear a giant prosthetic belly, which weighed around 88 pounds.
It was the hottest I've ever been.
When Christian Bale signed up for The Machinist, we hope he knew what he was getting himself in for. The producers of the film claim that Christian Bale dropped from about 173 pounds in weight down to about 110 pounds to make this movie. His diet consisted of 1 can of tuna and an apple per day, and that was all. His 63-pound weight loss is said to be a record for any actor in a movie role. Fortunately, he regained the weight in time for his role in Batman Begins. Ryan Reynolds did the opposite when filming Blade Trinity. He gained 20 pounds of pure muscle. Ryan was already in decent shape and had a low body fat percentage before he started his 6 months of training for Blade 3. He has great genetics, got paid insane amounts of money for this role, and he had a personal trainer and dietitian to keep him on track. His diet consisted of eating between 6 and 8 meals a day every 2 hours, with a lot of protein and complex carbohydrates throughout the day, and just protein, no carbs after 8 p.m. And of course, he spent around 3 hours a day working out. You'll have noticed that Chris Pratt looks pretty different compared to his usual physique in Guardians of the Galaxy. He transformed from dad bod to a toned bod by working out 5 days a week and making strict sacrifices to his diet. The American actor took drastic measures by losing over 77 pounds after he was initially turned down for the role of Scott Hatterberg in Moneyball because he was too fat for the part. Pratt lost 33 pounds in 6 weeks by running 5 or 6 miles a day, eating leafy green salads and protein shakes, and cutting out all alcohol. Jonah Hill is half the man he used to be, literally. The star has dropped even more weight after once tipping the scales at 253 pounds. His weight has changed drastically over the years, and his prep to star in Maniac was no different. Jonah lost 44 pounds thanks to a grueling fitness regime and a bit of motivation from Channing Tatum. Jonah said, quote, "I gained weight for this movie War Dogs, and then I wanted to get in better shape. So I called Channing Tatum and said, hey, if I ate less and go to a trainer, will I get in better shape? And he said, yes, of course you will." End quote. Vincent D'Onofrio, who was once known for his good looks in films like Mystic Pizza, put on 70 pounds of weight to play the bumbling army recruit Gomer Pyle in Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. His usual breakfast consisted of steak, 3 eggs, half a loaf of bread, and a quart of milk. He said that the hardest part was keeping the weight on, and he managed to slim down in only 5 months after he finished filming. For his role in Dallas Buyers Club, Matthew McConaughey had to lose 38 pounds to play a man diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. Eating less and working out for hours a day caused his organs and muscles to shrink as well as his general body. Let's stick around with Dallas Buyers Club because fellow actor Jared Leto also underwent a pretty extreme fitness transformation. In fact, Jared lost 30 pounds for the role, mostly through fasting. Somehow, he tried his best to remain healthy after suffering from dehydration during previous weight loss attempts. Natalie Portman has spoken openly about the struggles she faced trying to lose weight to play a dancer in Black Swan. She lost 20 pounds through diet and exercise with calorie restrictions, lots of coffee, and cigarettes to keep the weight down. Throughout filming, she claimed she was barely eating, and she was also working 16 hours a day. Natalie has previously talked about how she got so wrapped up in the role she thought she might not make it, and she also spoke about how hard it was to shake her character off set. Tom Hardy needed to look pretty gnarly to play Charles Bronson. He only had 5 weeks to turn himself into the criminal and bare-knuckle boxer. He said, quote, "I started eating and I very quickly got very fat. For Bronson, I put on about 7 pounds a week with no steroids. In the end, I'd put on about 2.5 stone, or 35 pounds, by eating chicken and rice, which was my staple diet throughout the day. Then I'd have a pizza, Haagen-Dazs, and Coca-Cola. So not good stuff. But I had to put weight on. I needed to put a layer of fat on my body." End quote. In terms of conditioning, Tom said that he had no official workout plan, preferring to do a series of non-specific exercises, including push-ups, ab work, and random resistance training with his longtime personal trainer. Robert De Niro was another who gained a huge amount of weight to play his role in Raging Bull. In fact, to play Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull, Robert famously gained 60 pounds, a feat which many critics called transformative and set the bar for all actors after him. For the last scenes of the film, which depict an older, overweight LaMotta, Robert added the weight in truly epic fashion. The actor went to Italy and ate as much pasta as he possibly could. By the time he got back, Martin Scorsese was so alarmed by Robert's weight gain and labored breathing that production was shut down as the director feared for the actor's health. Creating the perfect portrayal of a serial killer is far from an easy task, but CHARLIZE THERON managed to get into both the mindset and the body of her character Eileen Wuornos in Monster. It all started with a weight gain of 30 pounds. In an interview with Stumped magazine, CHARLIZE explained that she refused to simply wear a fat suit because she wanted to transform her own body so she could feel that she was physically in Eileen's skin. As the title suggests, Michael Fassbender had to be prepared to give up his favorite foods in order to star in Hunger. It was a role that he starved himself for 10 weeks to play. In that time, he had to lose around 40 pounds in weight. Fassbender underwent medical checks throughout, and after meeting with a nutritionist, he settled on a diet of berries, nuts, and sardines, eating 900 calories a day for the first 5 weeks until his weight leveled, forcing him to cut down still further. Transforming into Lieutenant Jordan O'Neill, the first female Navy SEAL, was not an easy task. So, Demi Moore's workout to become the role included real Navy SEAL training, combined with a lot of strength, cardio, and martial arts. For the film G.I. Jane, the Demi Moore workout would start at 4 a.m. in order to finish before filming started. She used celebrity trainer Gregory Jujon Roach for getting in shape, and Navy SEAL instructor Stephen Helvenston to gain that visceral Navy SEAL mindset while filming. It's safe to say that J.K. Simmons looked virtually unrecognizable once he'd finished his transformation for Justice League. In the snaps shared by his personal trainer Aaron Williamson on Instagram, the Whiplash star could be seen hard at work during a grueling workout. Despite being 61 years old at the time of filming, J.K. didn't hold back when it came to putting his all into the transformation. American History X has been one of the most controversial films in Edward Norton's career, and it made his body change dramatically. Edward's coach worked with him to put on a huge 33 pounds of muscle by putting the emphasis on weight exercises with a small number of repetitions. However, to achieve this look in just 3 months would have been impossible without a special diet. Edward ate 7 times a day, feasting on chicken, turkey, and fish. We've never seen 50 Cent look quite as frail as he did when filming All Things Fall Apart. In the film, 50 played a star running back in his senior year of college who was diagnosed with cancer. Normally weighing in at 214 pounds, the rapper is often seen shirtless and rather ripped at his shows. But after 9 weeks of a liquid diet and 3 hours on the treadmill each day, he shed 54 pounds to achieve middleweight status at 160 pounds. Zac Efron was already in great shape, but he stepped things up a notch when he starred in Baywatch. According to Zac's trainer Patrick Murphy, the actor reached 5% body fat after just 12 weeks of training. Zac's training was constantly evolving, but for men's fitness, Murphy condensed the essence of it into a 3-day split, working back and biceps one day, legs on the other, and shoulders, chest, and arms on the third day. That's all for 20 celebrities who went through extreme fitness transformations. Which of these transformations were you most shocked by? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to TheRichest, and join our notification squad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.